Hello. We have been hearing about awful disaster this year, starting with Haiti earthquake in January, followed by more earthquakes and other natural disasters around the world, resulting thousands of victims. And to save those victims, the rescue teams around the globe always appear at the site of the disaster. The Korean National 119 Rescue Services is one of them, who have been reaching out to save the victims in the dangerous environment. And to learn from the Korean rescue team, rescue workers from 8 different nations were invited to Korea by the Korea International Cooperation Agency and learned about how to effectively save the victims from the disasters. Let's take a look.
Imagine that there is a person trapped inside this rubble caused by a terrible earthquake. The rescue team's mission at the site is saving the person safely in a prompt manner. And to do that, the rescue workers are making a hole in a concrete block to reach the victims inside. This is just a scenario provided to the emergency workers from different countries. 18 rescue workers from 8 different countries are following the instructions carefully provided by the Korean rescue team to safely rescue the victims. The rescue workers also learn how to build wooden shoring to prevent the structure from collapsing further. The Korean rescue team started its 3-week training on August 9th as part of a program provided by the Korea International Cooperation Agency. The 8 nations involved are Indonesia, the Philippines, Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam, as well as Peru, Palestine, and Paraguay.
저희 중앙119 구조대에서 3년간에 걸쳐서 금년이 3번째입니다. ODA 가정을 운영하고 있는데 이분들이 오셔가지고 우리 대원들에게 도시 탐색 구조, 특히 인명 수색 활동, 사람을 구조하고 구조해낸 요 구조자를 관리하고 또 어떻게 응처치를 해야 될 것인지 이런 과정을 세부적으로 배우는 이런 일들이 되겠습니다.
As many have guessed, rescue missions are serious business as the life of a person depends on these rescue workers. And these rescuers make sure they learn thoroughly so they can use the skills they learn here in the field. As a matter of fact, most of the participants are from countries designated as disaster-prone nations.
The earthquake is now, and I have the effect from the other country, such as Thailand and other countries around Laos, so that we have to manage and cope it and how to solve the people from the earthquake.
One of the most challenging parts for the rescue workers will be jumping from the top of a high building. The training includes how to save people using ropes from tall buildings in case there are no exits for victims to escape through from the disaster area. The rescue workers have to jump from the top of the 6-story building just using a rope and land on the ground without harm. To do the job safely, reliable tools are a must. The rescue workers are marveled by the equipment they use at the training.
Tools here and equipment, it's not available in our country because my country is third world country, as you know, and it is under occupation until this moment. So this equipment, if it's available in Palestine, it's very good for us. But in this time, maybe we can learn method and using manual equipment.
To practice carrying out rescue operations in a city, all kinds of hypothetical situations that could happen are given. Not only disasters caused by nature, but also how to save people from a toxic environment caused by terrorist attacks. By learning to deal with diverse situations, most of the trainees are satisfied with the program.
This program is excellent. I learned to use so many equipment that we don't have in our country, Paraguay. So it's really amazing to me to be here and doing this training.
Korea using a very high development equipment, and they have a very high technique training. And in my mind, we take advantage of these courses because they learn us a new method of dealing with crisis in rescue field.
It is not just the trainees who are satisfied with the program. Despite the difference in culture and language, the Korean trainers are most satisfied with the hard-learning students and inspired by the eagerness they see in the eyes of their pupils.
그동안에 축적된 기술을 이런 이제 국가들한테 전파를 하면서 많은 호응을 얻고 있고요. 오늘 또 오신 교육생들 역시 많은 만족도를 보이고 있습니다.
금년에 참여한 대원들은 아주 적극적이고 또 자기 나라와 우리나라의 그 구조 장비라든지 구조 정책 이런 부분들까지 상세하게 비교해 가면서 좋은 점을 배워서 꼭 자기 나라에 가서 활용하겠다라는 의지가 상당히 있는 것 같습니다.
Korea's National 119 Rescue Services was established in 1995 and has built its recognition globally since by participating in rescue missions worldwide, including the 2004 tsunami in Thailand and the Haiti earthquake earlier this year. The rescue services joined the United Nations International Search and Rescue Advisory Group in 1999 to take a leading role internationally. The Korean rescue team thinks it is their turn to give to others in need what they have received.
그동안 우리 소방대원들, 구조대원들이 과거에 외국에 가서 많이 배워왔습니다. 일본이라든지 유럽, 미국, 오스트리아, 뉴질랜드 이런 구조 선진국에서 구조 기술을 많이 배워왔습니다. 근데 우리가 이제 이런 국가들을 상대로 해서 구조 기술을 가르쳐 준다는 것이 우리나라의 경제 성장이 많이 발전돼 가고 있다는 것을 느끼고 특히 이제 우리가 과거에 도움을 받던 나라에서 도움을 줄 수 있는 나라로 바뀌어 간다는 게 우리 소방대원으로서 구조대원으로서 큰 자부심을 가지고 있습니다.
The training was held so all these rescue workers to learn and teach their colleagues back home. The trainees are excited to share what they have learned in Korea and hope their countries will benefit from this program.
This program is helped me too much for when I come back to home. I can manage with my team to cope with people from the disaster, such as earthquake, building collapse, and other things disaster.
It will help me and my brothers in Paraguay firefighting because I want to teach them all that I learned here.
During this stay, the rescue workers will visit several cultural and historical places as well as major manufacturers in Korea to better understand the country. They will then return home Friday to pass on what they have learned.
Well, I'm glad to hear that Korean rescuers were able to help and teach these rescuers from foreign nations. Now, I guess my question is, what were these foreign rescuers most impressed about in Korean team's operations?
Well, if you have seen my report, as I mentioned, they were mostly impressed about the equipments the Korean rescue workers use, and they wish for those equipments back in their country so that they can do the better jobs and helping people and saving people. And I was also glad to hear that they were having fun and enjoy staying in Korea and the Korean people. And they made a lot of friends with the rescue workers, and they interact with the rescue team, so a Korean rescue team. So they learned about the Korean culture too. So I guess they were mostly impressed about the method they learned and the tools, as well as the Korean culture itself.
So the members of this 119 team, were they the same people that were in Haiti during the earthquake that you met up with while you were covering the disaster there?
Exactly, yeah. They are the exact ones who were helping the Haitian victims when the massive Haiti earthquake broke out in early this year. And not only that, they've been to China and Turkey and Thailand and all the other nations who were suffering from the disaster. So yes, they are the one. And actually, I have to say that I was helped by the rescue workers while I was in Haiti. They kind of gave me food while I was and I didn't, I just stayed in the car and slept in the car. There was no place to stay while I was reporting from Haiti, and they helped me with the supplies as well. So yeah.
Wow. Well, it seems like they're very helpful, very magnanimous. So we hope that this program really helps the people who attended and also the countries that they are representing.
Right. I'm sure it did indeed. The program not only helped the rescue workers to learn new method and how to use different equipment in the rescue fields, but also it helps them to understand Korea, as I mentioned before. And I have mentioned in my report the rescue workers will visit several different places around the country to learn more about Korean culture, such as Gyeongju City down south, where they can learn about Korean history, and Korea's large watch manufacturers, including the Hyundai Motor and POSCO. And of course, by interacting with the Korean rescue workers for 3 long weeks, they became friends. And I'm sure it helped the Korean rescue workers as well to better understand people from different culture through this program.
Well, it came to my attention that, for our viewers here in Korea, the emergency number for us here in Korea to call is 119 and not 911.
Right.
All right, thank you very much for your report today, Nari, and we'll be seeing you next week.
Thank you.